Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of the weekly tech updates. I'm Pranay, I'll be your host. I'm a tech enthusiast here at WebChoice. So in today's episode, we'll be talking about the Nothing Phone 1, the AMD Advantage, the MacBook Air with the new M2 chip, the Acer Nitro 5, the refresh to the Nitro series, Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 and the wearable chips W5 and W5 Plus. Then comes the cancellation of the Samsung Galaxy S22 FE. Then we have the launch of the Google Pixel 6a in India and the announcement of the OnePlus 10T and the Oxygen OS. So let's begin. So let's start with the Nothing Phone 1, the most hyped phone of the year. So I'll quickly take you guys through the specs of the phone. So we have a 6.5-inch Full HD Plus display with a 120Hz refresh rate. The phone is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 778G. It's a mid-range processor. In the camera section, we have a 50 megapixel main sensor and then 50 megapixel ultra wide, and we have a 16 megapixel front camera. We have a battery of around 4500 mAh and with Android 12 and the Nothing OS. So at the price range of 33,000, the phone starts at 33,000. I think this is a really good phone, and the minimal look of the phone, I really like it. So let's come to some of the problems that the users are facing with the Nothing phone. So firstly, there are some of the users have found dead pixels around the selfie camera. So as the Nothing phone 1 has a punch hole display, there are some dead pixels around the camera, and few of the users have a green tint on their display. So this tinting issue is not a new thing, a lot of phones have them, but the thing is the tint keeps increasing with time, so it's a really bad thing. Then on Twitter, I have found some people have tweeted about moisture getting into the back camera module. So that is moisture is getting into the lens. So the whole picture would be blur when you take a video or a photo. There are also some Bluetooth connectivity issues, as in if you are connected to your earphones, it would disconnect automatically, or there's a lag, or the music would stop playing. So those were some issues, and occasionally there is some lag when you unlock the phone, so it takes some time for the phone to be smooth. These were some of the issues, and Nothing has recently given an OT update, and I don't think these issues were fixed in it. Also, there is this debrand skin called something. It's really funny. So they are giving the same minimal look, as in you can see the internal parts for the iPhone 13 Pro, the Google Pixel 6 Pro, and the S22 Ultra. You guys should check it out. It looks really slick, and I really liked it. Now let's come to the AMD Advantage. This is coming up in the new AMD powered laptops. So what this actually is, so till now the AMD powered laptops had the NVIDIA graphic card. So now we'll have the AMD Ryzen processor and the AMD Radeon graphic card. So what this does is the performance increases significantly, and it's still cheaper than Intel. So that's the best part of this. And to have this AMD Advantage, there are some minimum requirements in the laptop. So let's take an example of the ROG Zephyrus G16. So this was a really good laptop, and now it also has the AMD Advantage. So to add the AMD Advantage, they had to change their display. So initially there was a lot of issues with the Zephyrus G14 display, because it had a very high response time, so it was around 300 milliseconds if I'm not wrong. So they had to change it because there was a lot of issues of ghosting while gaming. So when you play high FPS games, the response time was so high that you would get like ghosting on your screen. So they had to change the display because they had to add the AMD Advantage, and now we have a display with a 3 millisecond response time, and that's really great. Also, there are a few more laptops coming up with the AMD Advantage. That would be the Alienware M15, the new HP Omen 16. We also have the MSI Alpha series, that is the Alpha 15 and Alpha 17. Also the ROG Strix G15, the Asus ROG series. So let's talk about the MacBook Air with the M2 chip, the newly launched one. It got a design refresh, so now it looks similar to the MacBook Pro, and it starts for around 1,20,000 in India. The M2 chip brings a significant amount of performance boost in the laptop, and in India, the 13-inch MacBook Pro M1, that is the last generation, has not the Pro or the Ultra one. I'm talking about the first M1 chip MacBook Pro. The 13-inch is the same price as the MacBook Air with the M2 chip. So I don't actually know if the MacBook Air would have a significant performance boost than the M1 MacBook Pro, but that's how it is. And also the MagSafe is back on, like, it's not back, but now we have the MagSafe even on the MacBook Air. So there was this funny video shared by MKBHD. I'll play it somewhere here. So the new MagSafe cable for the MacBook Air has a USB-C on the other side. So what he does is he connects the MagSafe to the laptop and the USB-C as well to the laptop, and the MacBook Air starts charging. So I guess now we have infinite charging in the MacBook Air. So let's talk about the Acer Nitro 5. So we have a refresh to the series. So it got a whole new design, as in the laptop got a design refresh, and I think we were waiting for that for a long time, and we finally have it. Could it be the best mid-range gaming laptop? Maybe, I think so. It's definitely up there. So we have two variants. We have one with the Intel i5 12th gen, which has the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3050, and the other variant is Intel i7 12th gen with the RTX 3050 Ti. So I think both the variants are good. The i5 variant starts at 89,999, and the i7 variant starts at 1,09,999. So it doesn't have, like, the price range is not that vast. So I would prefer you guys going with the i7 series if you are planning to buy the Nitro 5. So we also have a 165 hertz refresh rate display with a 3 millisecond response time. The colors were okayish for this range. It wasn't that saturated, but I think at this price range this was a pretty good display. And the cooling system, guys, we have to talk about the cooling system of this laptop. So they have upgraded the cooling system, and it's really good, but it gets extremely loud. But even when we use the laptop at the fullest, it doesn't throttle. It doesn't have thermal throttling, but the fans do get extremely loud. So you guys have to keep that in mind while buying this laptop. But I really think this is one of the best laptops in the mid-range gaming laptops series. So Qualcomm has announced a few new chips, that is the 8 Gen 2, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, and the wearable chips, the Snapdragon W5 and the W5 Plus. So let's start with the 8 Gen 2. It's a 4 nanometer chip with the model name SM8550. So it brings a significant upgrade in performance from the 8 Gen 1, and as you guys know, the 8 Gen 1 had a lot of issues. It had a thermal throttling issue, the performance issue, a lot of things. So I really hope this brings a significant improvement to the Snapdragon series. So it has a total of 8 cores, which has a configuration of 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3, whereas the 8 Gen 1 had a configuration of 1 plus 3 plus 4. So coming to the wearable chips, that is the W5 and the W5 Plus. We really needed this chips for the wearables, as the Android wearables are lagging extremely behind as we compare it with the Apple Watch. So these chips really seem to be promising. It has a 4 nanometer build, and it said that it would be offering twice the performance of the 4100 plus, the Snapdragon 4100 plus, and it would be extremely power efficient. So we'll have an increase of battery life in 50%, and it would be taking 30% less space than the previous chip. So that's a really good thing, and the companies Mobvoi and Oppo have announced their wearables with the W5 and W5 Plus, and the Oppo Watch 3 would have it, and which is coming out this August. So guys, coming to the cancellation of the Samsung Galaxy S22 FE. No, why would they do that? So the FE stands for the Fan Edition. The Samsung Galaxy FE series was a series where they tried to reduce the cost of their flagship devices by reducing the quality of their by reducing the build quality of the phone. So the first phone that we had in the FE series was the S20 FE, and it was a huge success at that time. And then we recently got the S21 FE. It had a Exynos chip, and I wasn't that thrilled about it. But then the S22 FE, I was really looking forward to it, but they had to cancel it because of the chips shortage, and they really wanted to boost their sale for S22 Ultra. So they are not like stopping the FE series. They have announced that they would have a S23 FE next year, but this year they won't be coming out with the S22 FE. uh, that's really sad, but that's how it is. So we finally have the Google Pixel 6a in India. India didn't get the Google Pixel 6, but now we have the next generation, that is the Google Pixel 6a. It launched for around 43,999 in India. So the funny part is the Google Pixel 6 is available by third party sellers in India, and it's available at the same rate, that is around 40 to 43,000, and that was pretty funny to me. So if you guys don't have an issue with third party sellers, so you won't get official Google support in India, so you would get third party warranty and guarantee support. So if you are fine with it, then you should definitely go with the Pixel 6. Google also announced the Pixel Buds Pro for India, which was launched at 19,990. So the initial sale had a discount of 4,000 rupees for Axis Bank card holders. Also, there was an offer, a limited period offer. If you buy a next gen Hub Gen 2 or a Pixel Buds A series or a Fitbit Inspire 2 with the 6A, you would get it at a discounted price of 5,000. That is, each of the products would be available for 5,000 with the Pixel 6A. And then the Pixel 6a users would also get 3 months of trial for the YouTube Premium and Google One cloud storage. Dbrand also launched a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle skin for the Google Pixel 6a, and it was really funny. You guys should check it out, and if you guys are a fan, then you guys might as well get it. So OnePlus has announced the OnePlus 10T and the Oxygen OS 13, and it would be unveiled on August 3rd. And after the disappointment of the OnePlus 10 and the 10R, I really hope they redeem themselves with this 10T. So the issue with 10R was that it was a rebranded Realme GT Neo 3, which was a lower priced phone, and they rebranded and were selling it at a higher price, and the tech community didn't take it that well. Also, OnePlus 10 had a lot of thermal throttling issues with the new chip. So yeah, and hopefully they'll roll back the unified OS plans, that is the merger with the Color OS with Oppo. So they had said that they were rethinking about it, and I hope Oxygen OS 13 does that. So guys, that's it for this episode. I'll be coming with a few more updates next week. So see you then. Peace out.